Joe Ozu. And these are the new Orientals, Mr. Moto.
I had a bad night. Real bad night, though. You can hold it down just quiet! I awoke. I awoke from a deep sleep. I awoke from a very deep sleep into a cold and silent room of colorless walls and sightless windows and a void so empty with stillness as if God had inhaled and left? Or maybe I wasn't awake. I did not awaken from a deep sleep, but instead had just fallen into a Dream, yes. I was just dreaming I was awake, when in fact I was falling deeper and deeper into this coded world of inversion and blackness, where everything that seemed was really not, and where even the light of day was merely a guise for darker, more base instincts, a thistle of infected shadow, masked by the face of dream's reversal. I am confused. Am I awake, imagining I am asleep? Or am I only thinking I am awake when I am really asleep? Shut up! I am awake! I am awake! I am awake! Okay? All right? Yes? Then if that is the case, what had awakened me? The woman, the girl, or the work that I have yet to, that I have promised to finish yet, or maybe it is the bigger questions, the ones that sit just beneath the surface, reaching up through the cracks of sleep with bony fingers, the tear of what I have not done with my life. The work, the big one, the masterpiece that might go unwritten. 3:30 in the morning. This is the hour of death, of waking death. When the mind plays tricks on itself, turns on you as if your own mind had its own separate mind. Your hands suddenly grip at your own neck, you choking you. I want to die. I don't want to die. Why are you making me do this? I'm not making you do anything. As you sink double bound into the black hole of night. Am I writing it?
Into the night.
Or is it writing me?
Into the night.
Or does it even matter?
Into the night.
You can't fucking ride anyway? Should I get up? Should I lay here? Should I grab my cock and dance the night away? Some beautiful dark-skinned Asian woman with hands and mouth, so sincere, so sincere, so sincere, that I might live forever inside my head of dreams. This night of flight, this night of terrifying ache for things unspeakably simple, to sip warm milk from your cupped hand, count the dewy hairs on your nape, trace the boundaries of your skin from the tip of your big toe to the highest part of your inner thigh. To sit cross-legged, face to face, mouths so close but not touching. To feel the heat from each other's lips, inhale your breath, a taste so sweet and so full of. I am reminded of the first nectarines of summer on my 15th birthday, lying beneath their weighted boughs, viewing the moon through round, sweet-smelling fruit, and the embrace, a mixture of pain and ribbon pure grace, to hang naked by fingernails from sheer cliffs, gravity and hail raking you downwards, and legs, narcotic and muscular, around calves and loins, around necks and ankles, my fingers, your mouth, your breasts, my lips, sucking, gripping, pulling tighter and harder, stretching our bodily skins till we split open like overripe melons, spilling seeds and juice again and again and again and again. Till silence drapes us in its mood of quiet, and found in a tangle of sheets and soiled tissues, we hang lifeless and glowing on some forgotten star cluster at the edge of the universe, on display. I get up. I throw water on my neck and face. Pick up a stale towel, wipe my underarms, pick up a shirt off the ground, throw on a tie. I always wear a tie. And then step out. Where humanity roams like oozing blood from a cut so deep, so ancient, its source forgotten, only the continual flow from an open wound, and pain, and pain, and pain,
into the night.
They cried, I am the disease. I am the cure that wraps you in its outlaw secrets. Anything is possible. Anything can be done. And no one will know. No one will see you. Woo! My body's beginning to buzz. It's coming alive. It's long after the midnight hour. The innocents and civilized are fast asleep. Babies huddle on mother's breasts. Children nestle in their father's arms in the safety of home, sweet home. And even those white-collar thieves, those impeccably dressed pimps of commerce who trade in nuggets of human hands and eyes, have long since passed into cellular sleep, leaving only the night. This night of addiction and toys, where skinny, dark sphinxes with razor haircuts and saber-toothed thighs meet on street corners in the wake of tall, crumbling buildings, exchanging chemical sex, begetting faceless, nameless crimes, visited on us at random, without logic. We're all victims. We're all victims. We are all victims. My heart's beginning to race, beat out of control. I'm having a hard time catching my breath. I need a drink. I need one bad. I stumble into a bar. A double cognac and a water back. I wheeze. Shape. I take out a package of smokes, fumble with one trying to sit still in my shaking hands. Where has the time gone? It's never enough. It's always too late. Okay, I'll get the piece done. I just need a little more time. Maybe if you advanced me a little more money, then you'll see. But right now, it's not coming out. It's not. I can't wait. I scoop up my money. I hurry out into the streets, the cold. The hunger, my lungs burn, my gut aches. I watch my breath. Blooms, frozen white, moving blooms, forming odd pictures, like hands, hers, opening. I remember. It is so vivid in my mind. I play it over and over. It is there, and yet I must confess this. Maybe it is not. Because I no longer know if the picture I have in my head is the one that really happened, or only the one that has come to be, because maybe I have played it over and over so many times, wanting it to be in a certain pleasant, almost romantic circumstance, adding to it here, taking away a little there, that what really happened, and what I now believe to have happened, might be two different things altogether, leaving me to wonder which it is that I am now reliving, the truth or the lie, or the truth made to sound like a lie. Momentarily lost contact with a friend, and that without her friend, her sense of being is off. And though she appears confident and whole, and in no way of needing such support, I see that this is an act, and that she is on the verge of collapse, unless someone, something can rescue her from her solitary imbalance. Only no one else can see her desperate predicament. Only I. Yet I am so unworthy of knowing of this woman's vulnerability. She begins to fall in a swoon, and I, unsuspecting yet observant and knowing of her secret pain, pulled into the orbit of her intimacy as she tumbles into my arms. Or maybe it was only a touch of the hand and quickly pulled away, and perhaps some might say it was only a stone that set her foot at an odd angle, not the existential tear of a tormented soul struggling through daily passage, causing her to lose her balance momentarily. For a moment, our eyes meet. What do I see? Fear. Please do not have fear. Or is it intrigue? She turns and hurries away in a wake of mysterious female smells. For a moment I am faint, delirious. Who is she waiting for? A sister? A best girlfriend? A lover? And the feel of her skin on mine, and her eyes, wanting to fall in, die 1,000 times, bathe in their glory. Maybe I should follow her, find out where she lives. Surely God would not allow this chance encounter, this glimpse of splendor, without some grander plan in mind.
At my heels, large, gaping beast of unknown origin and familiar eyes, uttering things, foaming at the lips, pointing at me with soft fingers.
They are not like us, the whispers. They neither live in light nor darkness. The bat soars high above Earth's gravity, but below the ceiling of ice, the landscape is changing.
Hypodermic voodoo trees jet up from the frozen streets. Psychological bounty hunters of alien whiplash roam the city at will. I am running.
I look down. I'm on a path. Strange growths, moles like amoebas contract and expand underfoot. And roots like anacondas twist and writhe. Rotting mushrooms as big as trees line the paths. Torn umbrellas, parachutes of decay, their odor, the smell of life and death's coupling. Then, and without warning, I come upon a large, darkened pool of water. Silence, only the sound of my breathing. In the middle, I see something. At first, I cannot make it out. Then, I am filled with emptiness. Like the face of something in the distance, precious and remembered, turning away. It is a newborn baby, floating face down, unmoving in these still waters. Why must these things exist? Why must they? There is a rumor it was abandoned by his mother. Another that it was drowned by her father. Another that the families of the families could not stop looking into the mirrors of self-absorption. The baby was left like some piece of litter to live amidst the wind, the rain, the night. Voice beckons to me from an unlit doorway, like the sound of a cricket become human, sweet and appealing. Words drift into my head. Somewhere to eyes by mysterious blue men? Where does this thought come from? What does it mean? My hands begin to twitch. Hurriedly, I reach into my coat pocket, fumbling with a crumpled notepad and pencil. I am inspired. I can write again. I begin. I awaken from a nothing. My hands now filled only with air and shame. I am late. So very late. But for what? If I run like the wind, maybe I will get there. Then I realize it has nothing to do with moving, but rather the intensity of my intention to get there. That in fact it's better not to move because where I want to go to doesn't have a place in physical space. So you can't run there anywhere. You have to my body begins to contort itself. Whoa. It wants to make a shape like this. Then if I wave my arms like this, with as much emotional intensity and pointed, directed, committed focus of wanting to get to this place, really is the place to live with the face of time, maybe I will violent headlights, a car barreling down the street. Suddenly, it swerves to hit me. I jerk out of the way, my body crashing into the wet gutter. I hear laughter, fingers pointing in disdain as a shiny black Mercedes streaks by. I'm about to yell a string of four-letter obscenities, then think better of it. I get up, I wipe myself off. Fuck you, you goddamn fucking asshole! There, I feel better. I straighten my tie. I always wear a tie. And then I reach into my coat pocket and pull out a small bottle of cognac. Hallelujah! My luck must be changing. Maybe I should go out to where they're rebuilding the 280 freeway.
For a little after hours post-earthquake thrill? What? You haven't done this?
At night, it's so cool. You walk out on this deserted stretch, no one there, and you're walking on it, big, wide, bent, so you feel all off balance, and you're walking on this fucking freeway. It's night, all the stars, all alone, and then it stops. It just stops in midair. The whole goddamn freeway. This giant wingspan of a cement eagle sheared off at the elbow. And you're standing at the brink, standing there, looking out, suspended. It begs so many questions. Where was it going? What happened? A giant comet? It's like finding those woolly mammoths with food still in their stomachs. Or like those people in Pompeii, caught in the shower of the volcano while eating their TV dinners. Or like those shadowy human imprints left on the ground after the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Or maybe I should do something a little more upbeat. Maybe I should go out to the water, to the pier, listen to the foghorns, singing to the fishes. Let the fog surround my body like some comfortable old coat. Let it sit on my head like a cloud of thorns. Hell, maybe I'll jump in the bay. I'm already soaking wet from the water. Do the backstroke. Take a bath. Pick up El Nino and drift to some tropical island, feeding on bobbing coconuts and mangoes. Hey, look, a red-haired, beautiful red-haired woman and her man getting out of a shiny black Mercedes. They're walking my way. Her hair is so red. It's like a forest fire. I imagine her without her dress on. I'm getting hard. I imagine him without his pants on. I start to giggle. They're staring at me, obviously unaware that the joke is on them. I refuse to move over. They're walking right towards me. I'm still giggling. Here they come. Here I come. They part right down the center, like the Red Sea, like alfalfa's haircut. What? Her man says something to me. An insult? The angle of my eyes? The color of my skin?
He's reaching into his coat pocket. What? Like he has a piece? Like he's gonna put me out of my misery with his fingers or something? I followed him for a bit, making funny smacking noises with my lips. Yeah, shoot me, mister. My gun is bigger than yours. She pulls him on ahead. Her insolent smile is enough, and I, bowing majestically in answer to her smirk,
as they disappear into their dark, nasty
secret. This is fun. I howl at the moon. Ow! Take out a cigarette
and continue to wander through this forest of fog and drifting human weeds. Into the night. 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 Dentro la noche. Yoru no naka e dola nui. Into the I am hungry. I realize I haven't eaten in what? Hours? Days? Perhaps a bowl of juk. Or a donut at that all-night place on Clement and... Or maybe I should call her. No, that would wake her up and she would be angry. And I would be afraid to say it was me. she would wonder who it was. Perhaps scared some maniac had gotten her number. But she knows me. I mean, not well, and not by name. But I'm sure if you were to ask her, do you remember that man who helped you in the park that day? I'm sure she would say, yes, I remember him quite well, thank you. Then maybe, if I just rang and listened to his voice, sleepy and warm, returning from her nightly walk, through pillows and clouds, and if I didn't say anything, she would simply assume it was a malfunction in the service, think nothing of it, roll over, and go to sleep again, not remembering that I had visited her as a lover might, in the most intimate state, and perhaps during the day, well on break, a thought might drift into mind, a thought without face or shape, of something vague and now recalled, and perhaps a small, curious smile will appear on her lips in between a sip of coffee. And I will know that it was me, my presence, that brought her this small moment of joy. I go to a phone, only I don't have change. I just had some. It must have fallen loose, been shaken out when I was knocked to the ground, or as I was trying to get to that place, which really isn't a place in time, but we've already been over that. I'm beginning to feel something, an urgency, a need that's beginning to grow, take on a life of its own. I mean, before I thought of making the phone call, before I had the idea to make the phone call, there was no thought of it, no idea of it. It didn't even exist. But now that I know that I can't make the phone call, now that I know that it's impossible to make the phone call, I have to get a handle on the situation, get control of myself. I need a drink. The slapping of skin against skin. I can barely make them out. It's them. The couple. The red-haired woman and her man, her coat open, her legs spread, his hips pushing up in between. I shouldn't bother them. I know I really shouldn't bother them. I mean, not at a time like this. But you see, I have to make this call. I really do. It's not like an emergency, not like someone dying, someone bleeding, but it feels like one. It really feels like one. Because unless I can talk to her, feel her voice on my ears, I don't know
just maybe they might have the change so I can talk to the woman. Excuse me. Excuse me. I have to talk to this woman. I mean, she's not my girlfriend or anything like that. They're surprised. She screams. No, no, no. Remember, I'm the guy you almost hit with a car. He's reaching to grab something in his coat pocket. No, no. I'm sorry about earlier, about my thoughts of you with no dress on and you with no pants on. But my mind, sometimes my mind. No, no, you don't have to do that. I just want to ask you one question. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop from my account. I just want to ask you for some change because I need to call this woman.
The sound is enormous. And it's wrapping me in its milk, warm hands. It's like this funnel. Yes, that is the shape of the sound as it swallows me up from both ends at the same time. In these hands of warm milk, the sound carrying me, sucking me, inhaling me, down, down, down. I see her face, the look in her eyes as she turns to go away. So many things I want to do. To write. Perhaps in spring. Yes. When the winds become warm, large bodies of ice begin their thaw. Rivers surge. Geese return. Intense fingers of green push through. And the air is filled with wondrous murmur of budding life. I am in the kitchen of my parents' old house. I am a child again. Before me sits a cup of tea. Hot green tea like my father drinks before he goes to bed. I reach down and take a sip. how simple yet deeply satisfying this drink is. I hear the sound of a lid rattling as a fragrant smell surrounds my senses. A steamy pot of rice on the stove. My mother is cooking. I take another sip. The complications that have imprisoned my body with each year of its existence begin to unlock themselves, fall away like old skin. Inside my head, an ancient movie begins to unspool itself. How did I get here? What time is it? Where am I going? Who am I? Questions that are no longer questions pass before me like the whisper of lost wind. I walk down a corridor towards their bedroom. My body feels so light, I wonder if I will float away. Sunset. The room appears like a rich, sepia-toned photograph. Fading golden hues escape through windows, and there, in the gathering of the darkness, in the closing of this day, I see them. Mother and father, and they are making love. I marvel at how young and full of passion they are. I watch them for a moment. They are making me. I slowly back away. I don't want to disturb them. Youthful, embracing life. This is how I choose to remember them. I turn to go outside. I ignore the door. I pass through the wall. Amazing. I notice that the sun has gone down. It's almost dark. Only the smells of the night and the sound of a distant television coming from a house down the block. I long to run and shout as I did as a child on these streets. Crew-cut hair, skinned knees, and boundless hope. Only, I don't have the strength. I can feel bits of me uncoiling, leaking away in small rivers out of my body. I look up at the night sky. I am waiting for something. What? God's breath to return? A voice? Yes, a voice. Large, grand, eloquent, arresting me fully and exact in a language of light and shadow, in words beyond utterance and logic, a home movie that begins to play beneath the fluttering of my eyelids. There I am as a newborn baby. My toes begin to tingle. There I am as a decrepit old man, as if they are on fire. And there I am as a big white male, but fire with no pain. And there I am as a middle-aged black woman. It continues to spread up my body. There I am as the flame is growing, dissolving my mask, engulfing my heart. I'm being absorbed, obliterated, extinguished into this perfect immolation of rapture and nothingness. Somewhere a train leaves for a distant moon. Large tankers dock at a port of continuous light. And messages forged in the hearts of small birds, gathered in spoons from the lips of tiny fish, are passed eyes to eyes by mysterious blue men. Where does this thought come from? What does it mean? My hands begin to twitch. I am inspired. I can write again. I awaken from